We are back and we have a crowded garage, but we have a clean exhaust. So the last time I think we worked on the exhaust, we were working on cleaning up the tips. Well, stuff that I didn't film was cleaning up the actual top of the, or the bottom of the muffler, the underside that you see from underneath the car, like if the back of it. So what we did was we stripped this down, and that's just stripped of all the paint. We haven't sanded this yet or even hit it with any polish or anything like that. So we are going to flip this over and I'll show you what the other side looks like. And this is what the other side looks like. So that's what that side looked like before we polished it up. Well, you can see I kind of started a little bit there. So we are going to strip the rest of the muffler, the pipes, and the heat shield. We are going to strip all of that and get it down so that we can polish and clean every single bit of it. So let's get this coated and I'll show you how we do it. We'll pull all the hardware off first, off the heat shield, so that we can get this all exposed. But we will pop all of these off and then we'll soak all of this hardware in some evaporust and all that kind of stuff so that we can make these look as new as possible. So let's get this off and set off to the side so we can get to the pipes. So we got the heat shields off. These suckers weigh a lot. I can't believe they weigh that much. So we may not put those back on. But we also may. If we don't, then we'll just grind off all these welds. But I'm thinking I'm gonna clean them up, put them back on so it looks semi-factory. So now that we have that off, now we can get to the actual pipes and the muffler itself. So let's get this thing coated and I'll show you what it looks like once we get it coated and start scraping off this dirt and black paint. So all I'm using is a clean strip paint stripper to get the light coat of paint that the factory put on. They did that so that when you looked at the back of the M3 from the back, you didn't see the actual muffler itself, like the big muffler box. So we are going to strip all that off so we can get down to bare metal. So we got it coated, and I did a little bit of the pipe just to show you what the difference looks like between where it'll strip and where it's not. But I have all new mounting brackets for the muffler, and we've ordered the rubber mounts that mount to the car. I actually don't think I actually have the rubber mounts on the car. I don't think. Oh, I can't get over there. I was gonna see, couldn't remember if those mounts were still mounted. Of course, I got everything everywhere in this garage. This garage is not big enough for what I would love to do, you know. 2-car garage would be amazing, but I'm not that lucky. So let me get up in there and see. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll try to see if I have. So that exhaust goes there. No, but I got the. No, that pipe goes right there, but I do have the nuts are on there. The brackets aren't there, but the nuts are there. So, you know, we'll be getting rid of this exhaust here, that thing. We'll be cutting it back there, and then that exhaust will come out there eventually. You know, it's still gonna take some time for us to get this done and get this tuned, and then get all this extra work done on it. So, yep. We'll let this sit, and I'll be right back. So, all we take is the wire wheel, and you can see how quick all this, like, quote-unquote paint just comes off. So, like, it literally just falls off. So, we're gonna scrape this. This takes usually 2 to 3 times to get this thing completely clean. So we'll scrape this down, wipe it down, and get it looking good. So we've scraped it down. Now we just need to wipe it down, and then you can kind of see what we're left with after the first kind of stripping. And you can see the kind of easiness that we, well, some areas are harder because they had dirt on top of them. But that's what it looked like after the first round of stripper. Not too bad. And then the pipes down here, you can kind of see that one cleaned up. This one has a little bit more, needs a little bit more elbow grease on it, but that's what that looks like. So we're gonna get all of this stripped back and looking better and everything. So we stopped working on that for a second, and we picked up what we thought, picked up at the time, a E36 mid pipe so that we could bolt our cat back to something. But in my haste and my quickness and my not being smart enough, I looked at everything, it all looked good, and he had 3 of them. He had 3 mid pipes. 2 were E36 M3s. One was all OEM. One had the end that was like all cut off and weirdly welded. And I never even knew he had this one. So when I picked it up, I was in a rush, so I just grabbed it, threw it in the truck, and away he went. Away we went. Gone, done, everything. Turns out, as you can see, this is not an E36. Well, it is E36/7. This is an M coupe mid pipe, so it doesn't work at all. So these flanges are way bigger than this flange, so these don't even meet up enough that I can even cut here, bolt those, and then build new pipe. These are completely different sizes, so I can't use this at all. I bought it, and he goes, "Oh, I thought you knew it was an E36/37 M coupe." I was like, "No." I was like, "I needed E36." He goes, "Oh yeah, I sold those a long time ago." So I am now stuck with this M coupe mid pipe. So if anybody needs an M coupe mid pipe for some reason, let me know. It's good cats, good resonators, good solid pipes, 2 O2 sensors. $200 and come get it, or I'll cut the cats off and send them to you. Whatever you want. But now it's garage art. So, because I can't use it at all, it's not going to be anything. So let's jump back on the muffler and keep working on it. So as you can see, we got a little bit more work done on the actual pipes themselves, but they need a little bit more work. So we're going to coat them again with some more paint stripper and see if we can't get a lot of this crap off. Well, those pipes look a lot better than they did. Now we need to flip it over and do the other side, because I don't think the other side's been done yet. Let's see. No, you can see the difference. So we need to do the top side. Let's flip these over. Look at that. And now we need to do this side. Once we do that, then we'll sand the entire thing. The whole muffler. This part, all this, we'll sand it, and then we'll polish it. So let's get this thing coated. You can kind of see how easy some of this stuff comes off, and other stuff is super caked on. So we just have to keep scrubbing. Like right in here, this stuff, a lot of this stuff is rust too. So we're trying to take off a bunch of this stuff. But you can see like right there, like all this like just cleans up really nicely. Some areas are tougher than others, but we're also doing this in the garage at night. So sometime in the next week or so, we'll take this outside and we will hit it again, but then we'll hit it with the pressure washer and hand sander and everything, and really get like in between these pipes to get everything out so that we can get this thing completely clean and looking better than factory. Yeah, because let's see right in here, let's see, watch this. You can see the top of the pipe just cleaning up like real good. Look at that, like boom. And then some places are stubborn. That's why it takes a couple coatings and a couple passes to get all these pipes to look fresh. But let's keep going and I'll show you the end result. You can clearly see the difference between the two pipes too. This one has a lot more stuff baked onto it. This side does not, but it cleaned up fairly nice. We got a couple more passes to go on that, then we'll hit this thing with a sander. Usually I'll probably hit it with like 220 or 400 on the palm sander, and then we'll wet sand it and wet sand the whole thing, and then bust out the polisher and start polishing it, and then we'll ceramic coat it and get it all cleaned up. But that will be after that'll be our final install stuff, because now we have to find another mid-pipe cap for this car so that we can get this to bolt up to this, so we can get rid of that bumper exit exhaust, guys. We still need to finish refinishing these wheels. We've literally done nothing to those since we just kind of put some stripper on the lips to pull that off to see how they were doing, but we still need to get to that. But Chandler's birthday's coming up and June's really busy for us. I have a project for his birthday over there that I gotta start tomorrow. But wanted to get this exhaust cleaned up enough that we can start sanding it. So that's our next step. We're gonna sand that. Probably when we get to the point to sand this, we'll sand that and the wheels at the same time, since we'll be getting dirty and I can move everything out into the driveway and we can just sit there and sand away, guys. But thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have an E36 mid-pipe, or really I just need the flange, the offset flange that goes from the cat back. If anybody has that locally or would want to send me that flange, I don't need the cats. I don't need any of that. I just need the flange so that I can make my own Y pipe to the current exhaust and stuff. But if you have the whole mid-pipe, I'll probably be interested. If you don't, I'll be interested in the flanges. So let me know, guys. I will see you next video. Thanks for watching. It's been a tough couple months trying to get videos out, but I continue to try to get out as many as I can, as quickly as I can. Thanks, guys.